Welcome back. It is seat pan attempt number 2. So this is my first attempt. I spent ages filming and I just did not get it right. But let me show you what I did so far. We've got that. Tried to make a little Crowbar style seat pan and I just wasn't happy with this, and trying to dial it in just wasn't right. So I thought I'd try again, because we used this section of the mudguard that I originally tried to put on instead of this one, and obviously that's where the kick was, because I'd already chopped off too much on this back end, so that's not worked. So I've been and bought a little bit more mild steel. It is galvanized. We'll just bear it back. And this is still need to finish cleaning that up, but that's off the original mudguard. And essentially what I want to do, make a new one of these, make it sit nice and flat on here, so that when we slide this in this way around, we'll get rid of you. Yeah, when we've got this into position, which is somewhere around there, I believe. Let me just grab my ruler. So yeah, hopefully the new sheet that we've got will try and get this to line up and match up without having to have any bends in, and then hopefully get that welded on, and then we'll get it all shaped up. Then I'll get it nickel plated, and then we'll come back later down the line and we will actually give it some foam and send it off for upholstery fee. And secondly, we have borrowed Conan's TIG welder with my makeshift welding table. I'm not going to weld directly onto that because it'll just burn through to the wood, but we can get it earthed and hopefully do a little bit of fab here. We've also made a to-do list because I was getting a little bit flustered as to what I need to do and what I need to remember to do. So we've got tank bongs, the headstock gussets, well done gussets. I mean, I don't know why I'm reading it out, you can literally read it. But we are gonna do seat pan, then we'll do tank bongs, then we'll probably move on to these two. This is an exciting little idea, but that'll be for another episode. Should look cool. Let's get this drawn up and marked up and put to shape. this is lining up really nice. That's where this is going to sit. Plenty of overhang for us to hammer over. Give it a bit of shape. Let's get this clamped down and get at it with a hammer. Okay, this side is not as good. I don't know what I'll do with this bit. I'll see if I can shape it up a little bit more. But if we come around the other side, this side's pretty much really nice. We've just kinked this side a little bit. Yeah, you can just see that little kink right there. We'll see what we can do, but I'm happy with that so far. That lines up really nicely still. Nice little gap. It should be a nice little seat, hopefully. So this is where I'm at so far. This is welded in. Not the best welds. No welder, remember. That part is tacked in. It does fit. It's just hard with one hand. Nice. I'm fighting a losing battle because his setup is, he's got literally one cup size, and I'm having to weld with fucking MIG wire for mild steel, and it's really hard. So I've gone and ordered myself some cups, and I've bought some more tungstens, and what else did I get? I bought some 1mm mild steel filler, and when that comes we'll get this welded up. We'll get it all trimmed down and looking all nice. Well, it's not pretty, but I can at least say that I've made it. Probably a little bit contaminated in there, but hey ho. We've got penetration, that's all that matters. But I'm just going to give this a little quick once over on the corners because with the heat it shrank. So it's just a little struggle to put over on the frame. Once we've done that, we'll get it all trimmed up and looking pretty. Okay, so got it roughly marked out where we want it. This obviously has pulled up because this has shrunk with the heat, but we should be fine because there's not much play at that. I'm making this section 12 centimeters and then trimming this down. I had a little blowout here and luckily we should be able to hide it, but I don't know why I'm panicking so much because it's gonna get covered, upholstered, all that goodness, and no one's ever gonna see it apart from if you actually watch this video or not. Let's cut it. So this is my little section that I've kind of made, and it is essentially gonna sit in here. Oops. Bear with me. Right. Get that welded on, and then this is going to allow us to have our little stainless bracket for the seat stay screw. We'll get 2 holes well cut in here, and then we'll weld 2 bolts on as well. So I've got the bracket drilled, I've got these countersunk, so that this is obviously going to sit close to the paintwork, and I'd rather it not be domed or other bolts so they stick out. I mean, they're not perfect, but it will work. All I've got to do now is get it cut out and shaped and get a slight little bend on it, and then we'll polish it up. That is in and lined up. All I've got to do is weld those and weld the nut onto the back of the fender, and then that'll keep it all in place. Fucking